Could this be the final nail in the coffin of electric vehicles as we know it? Well, as you might be aware, starting next year, they become liable for vehicle excise duty. Here's the thing though, I'm reading articles this morning that are describing these new tax measures against electric vehicles as punitive or punishing or unfair. It's anything but. Those of us with petrol and diesel cars, we've all been paying these charges. Meanwhile, electric car owners have enjoyed subsidies which have come from taxpayers. That's a topic for a whole other video. Hello, welcome back. It's getting heated already and I'm not even through the intro. Thank you so much for joining. It is always a pleasure. If you do enjoy these kind of videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and golden rule on these, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. It doesn't matter if you agree with me or not. We have some really good discussions on these videos. That's what's important. So leave your thoughts down there. Right, let's get through the article, then we'll have a bit of discussion on it. So, the vast majority of UK electric car owners are set to be slapped with a hefty £410 car tax charge within months under a new major rule change. From April 2025, EV owners will be liable for vehicle excise duty car tax for the first time. This means motorists with battery electric cars will have to pay the same annual vehicle excise duty charge as those with petrol and diesel cars. However, motorists behind the wheel of more expensive vehicles over £40,000 also have to pay the luxury car tax. That's what it's dubbed anyway. This will be an extra £410 per year between the second and sixth year of ownership, which could prove a major blow for electric car owners. The high upfront costs of new models means that almost all of the EV owners will be caught out, including those securing models in the second-hand car market. Oh, imagine that. Imagine buying an old Tesla for like 15 grand. Okay, you're not going to be hit with the depreciation. You're probably facing down the barrel of a battery that's about to need replaced and cost half the value of the car over again. And you're also going to be hit with this charge. What a kick in the teeth. Anyway, sorry, I'll get back to it. Auto Express editor Paul Barker has rallied for changes as he's warned that many electric car owners might be unaware of the fee until it's too late. Paul explained, regardless of the price paid for a used EV, the car will be liable if it was originally bought for more than £40,000, the current level for VED. And the vast majority are going to be caught up in this extra charge because EVs are typically quite expensive. Some used EV buyers might not know about the extra £410 a year until they go to tax their vehicles. A Freedom of Information request to the DVLA reveals that a whopping 31% of motorists are currently caught out by the charge. However, under the current system, this could rise to 70% of electric models and a hefty blow to owners. That would add more than £2,000 in bills over 5 years, but crucially, it could encourage many road users against transitioning to an EV. Paul also added that private and used vehicle uptake on EVs is not yet in a position to start adding cost barriers. You mean like taxis, like the rest of us have to pay? More needs to be done to encourage drivers to move to this still fledgling or flawing technology and not give another reason to hold off from making the shift. You'll like this. We therefore echo the SMMT's call to remove the punitive tax that will impact the uptake of electric vehicles and provide additional cost likely to dissuade customers from the very vehicles the government wants them to adopt. He's got that bit right, I'll give him that. The government do want you to transition to a new electric vehicle that can be shut off by flick of a switch if you do decide not to pay any of those new punitive taxes. They're looking at the big picture and so should we. How many handouts, how many subsidies is it going to take before EVs begin to get traction in the market? I'll be honest, I don't think there's ever going to be enough. You can let me know whether you disagree with that, because the problem is far more fundamental, it's far more deep-rooted than just throwing some more cash at it. Because look at it from the perspective of your honest, hard-working man or woman. What are they getting if they buy into the EV dream? They're getting a car that's going to cost them more in the first place. They're getting a car that's going to cost them more to run than a small petrol car if they're having to rely on public charger stations. The probability of that is high here in the UK, where not everyone's got a driveway. And if they're trailing a cable across a path, that's a whole other problem. It's more likely to be written off. It's more likely to cost more if it's involved in a minor road accident. And that's before we get to the absolutely heinous depreciation curve that these things suffer. Used car dealers just won't touch them anymore. you would be so much better off with a petrol or diesel car. And if you are considering one of those or an EV, visit vehiclescore.co.uk. This is a handy service, completely free. Put the plate of the car that you're thinking about buying in here, be it a petrol, diesel or EV, and it will tell you the good and bad points for free. Link in the description. But as ever, thank you for watching. Please do leave your thoughts below. I look forward to them, and I'll see you for the next one.